Hello there. I'm David A. Specht, and I want to be your coach. If there's anything that I have learned in my 30 plus years of leadership and coaching, I have learned that mindset is everything. Join me and my guests as we explore the positives and negatives of that thing between our ears. This is Keep This in Mind. Welcome to Keep This in Mind, brought to you by SpechtHealth.com. I am David A. Specht, and I have a question for you. Have you ever been at the place where you're just not feeling it? You're just not feeling like showing up. You're just not feeling like doing what you're supposed to be doing today. Today's been one of those days for me. Now, nothing major in my life has happened other than the fact that my stomach's been hurting most of the night. Nothing with fever, nothing major, just that feeling, right? That it just doesn't feel right. And can I tell you that when your body does things like that, it can affect everything. And so I woke up this morning not really wanting to do much of anything, but I had events on my schedule. I had meetings, I had Zooms, I had things that I wanted to accomplish, and they weren't going to get accomplished today if I didn't show up. So I wanted to tell you today, because I've got a feeling that some of you may be in the same boat today, that maybe you've had a series of setbacks. Maybe you've had a series of disappointments. Maybe you're just not feeling it today. So here's the benefits of showing up. And remember, this doesn't mean showing up at 100%. It just means showing up, being where you say you're going to be, doing what you say you're going to do. Number one, it shows leadership and professionalism. You see, pros do what's required of them, while amateurs do what they feel like doing. Pros have discipline. That's point number two. But if you want to show up as a professional in whatever area you're in, and it doesn't matter, you could be a professional student, showing up when you don't want to shows professionalism. And you've got people looking up to you. I don't care if you're just one person, you're like, no, I'm a solopreneur. Can I tell you, your customers are looking to you if you're showing up? If you miss more days than you actually show up, what does that do for your perception from your customers, from your coworkers, your colleagues? You see, showing up demonstrates things. Number two, it shows discipline to yourself and to others. Winners show up when they don't want to. Winners hit the gym. Winners practice. Winners do the things that most people won't do because they don't feel like doing them. And it's not because they feel like doing them all the time. When you least feel like doing something is when you should most do something. And showing up on the days that you don't want to show up, instead of rescheduling the meeting, or instead of doing something else, instead of calling in, you actually show up. You are teaching yourself discipline, that you are in control of you, not your feelings, not your circumstances, not outside influence. You are making the decisions and the determinations of what's important in your life. And by showing up, you are teaching yourself that you are disciplined. Number three, and this brings it all back together, puts it in a nice little package with a bow. You model what it takes to win. You model what it takes to win. Because here's the thing. We all like winners. We all like seeing the person hoisting up the trophy at the end of the championship. But in order to do that, they had to show up and show up and show up and show up. So my question for you is, are you feeling it today? And the thing is, that question doesn't matter, because the second question matters the most. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to watch this video or listen to this podcast and say, "Oh, David, he's just off his rocker. He doesn't get how hard it is for me. He doesn't get what I'm going through right now. He doesn't get the pressure I'm under, or the toxic situation I'm in, or the pain I'm feeling, or the fill in the blank." You're right, I don't. But here's the thing. Winning doesn't care. Winning exacts a lot of sacrifice out of you. And if it's your ultimate goal to win, then showing up matters. So, I just wanted to give you just a few minutes of that, because I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to anybody, because today I didn't want to show up. But I am showing up. And as a point of accountability, I'm sharing with you that I'm showing up. So I encourage you, continue to show up. Continue to recognize your feelings, but don't let your feelings control your actions. Like, comment, subscribe, wherever you get this. If you're on the podcast, I would love it if you would leave a review. I would love it if you would share it with your friends. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching this on Facebook, please share this with somebody who needs to hear it. I'll show up for you, but more importantly, that you show up for you. God bless. That is going to do it for this episode of Keep This in Mind. For more, visit davidaspecht.com. Like, follow, and subscribe. Thank you for listening, and remember, applied knowledge is power. God bless.